guys, happy Tuesday, April 19th. We're going to talk about the workout. First off, warm-up, 4 rounds, not for time. Again, 30 double unders, 15 goblet pause squats. So the key here, as these warm-ups are repeating themselves, either start adding weight to your goblet squats or getting deeper and more comfortable in the pause position. You want to focus on letting that bottom of the pause in this warm-up be a real stretch and get your bottom position of a squat sounder and much stronger. All right. Double unders, again, this is not the time to sub. This is the time to work on attempts. Pick a time if you need to, 2-3 minutes of double under attempts before you switch. But try not to just sub with skipping unless you need to warm up into your double unders. All right. Strength work, we're doing a complex today. So it's going to be a squat clean, followed by a hang squat clean, followed by a jerk. We're going to do 5 singles at 80% of our max. Again, there's going to be a warm-up process here. If you have a good warm-up or a method that you like to follow, by all means follow it. If not, your coach is going to be able to help you out. What that kind of looks like is doing a couple sets with the empty bar of this complex, or doing 10 deadlifts, 10 front squats, 10 push press, just getting all the pieces of the movement together and then starting to put it together. And the heavier you go, the less reps you do, and the more you start breaking it down into the actual complex that we're doing today. All right, making sure that you get nice and warm. And then the 5 singles, the key here is going to be, because it's not a max weight, and because what we're training when we're training weightlifting, especially in between max test days, we're training technique, is to make sure that you are focusing on perfect technique, not pretty good or like that wasn't too bad. Perfect technique. So if you have to do 6 or 7 sets to get 5 perfect reps at 80%, that's totally worth it. All right, it's not just about getting it done at all costs or pressing out your jerk. Make sure that you really focus on perfect, clean technique. If there's something that you really need to work on, whether you miss your legs, you jump early, you pull too late, you don't extend, you don't finish your pull, any of that kind of stuff, again, work with your coach. Work with each other to make sure, if you have some sort of bad habit, get the person beside you to watch you and tell them to look for this habit. Say, hey, I tend not to finish my pulls at the top. Can you make sure that I'm doing that? It'll keep you a little more honest, and it's going to make sure that the other person is able to reinforce when you've missed a point of performance yourself. All right, strength endurance today. We are going to do the same format as we did yesterday, Monday, with the squats. So we're going back to the EMOM again. We're going to do clean and jerk. This is power clean and jerk. The 65% of your 1 rep max that we did for the 2-minute test. Except for now, instead of 30% of the total reps, we're going to do 40% of the total reps. All right, so we're adding 10% to that number. So it's going to go up. You're going to do every minute on the minute. You're going to do 40% of the reps that you did in the 2-minute test. And that's going to be about it. It might be a little tougher. Again, you don't need to string these together. They can be quick singles. You can move nice and steadily the whole way through the 4 minutes. Just make sure that you're, again, staying nice and clean with your reps, and you have a strategy going into this. For the Metcon today, another running workout. We're going to take advantage of all this awesome weather and get you back to running as soon as possible. So today, 15-minute AMRAP, we're going to do 200-meter run, 21 wall balls, 15 box jump overs, 9 burpee pull-ups. So as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes, The key here, again, as always, is nice and steady, especially because all of these pieces that you're doing here are, for a lot of people, are going to be probably equal in time, duration, and difficulty, or slightly front-loaded. So a run, the 200-meter run is a little longer than the 21 wall balls, which should be about a little longer, about the same as 15 box jump overs, and about a little longer, the same as the 9 burpee pull-ups. So that means you just need to pace yourself nice and steadily through this workout. Use your transitions as rest. Try not to rest in between. You should be able to do the 200-meter run, the 21 wall balls, the 15 box jump overs, and 9 burpee pull-ups unbroken on their own. And if you need to, rest for a couple seconds as you're walking from wall balls to box jump overs, that's totally okay. All right, and then lastly, we got a cardio cash out. You can run a mile or row 2,000 meters. I would totally recommend to run because it's nice out. But run or row, whatever that happens to be, at a talking pace. It's going to be a much easier pace than usual. Nice, easy jog. Think of it almost as like a cool down just to get some extra cardio volume in. All right, hope you guys have a great workout, and we will see you tomorrow.